So we've got a 2001 Chevy Tahoe with the 9-speaker setup with the factory amplifier, and then also the woofers back here and the rear panels. So this is going to be just a general tutorial about some information because it was confusing to go through and rewire this, as it has the factory amplifier, which makes it more complicated. And there's a few videos online talking about how to bypass the amplifier to get directly to the door speakers without having to buy an attachment and be able to use a new receiver. Now the first thing I came across was I wanted to use a double din stereo. Well, the problem is that the 2001 model is not equipped to handle a double din unless you buy a new dash bezel and some sort of a replacement piece for the inside. So I had to go buy a different stereo and to get a different install kit. So just know that you have a single din on this vehicle. The wiring down here, when you cut these wires, again, there's videos online about that. You can rewire them directly back up, and just make sure you label them so that you can connect them a lot more easily to the aftermarket head unit when you come back up here. Got some 6.5 that screwed right in just fine. Those are the Alpine 2-ways. And then same thing back here, and they sound pretty amazing. Just ran the wiring down through the channels. So this is going to be the RCAs and the remote wire that I ran from the head unit up here down the right side, and then over here in the back, this is just basically a setup. So here's the single din dash kit for this model of vehicle, the wiring harness, just an amp kit from Walmart that worked just fine, plenty of footage. Same thing with the JFC. And then I got these Alpine 2-way speakers to replace them, and we got a 10-inch Kenwood. It's got the low profile, and then the JL Audio amplifier. Now, this original subwoofer enclosure was designed for an 8-inch subwoofer, and it's really a piece of crap, and it was blown, obviously. So I want to go ahead and step it up so it would have a little more bass to it. So I used, you can see I cut it. I used the basic back of what this form was to fit the curvature of the vehicle a lot easier, and then I just built the box around that to fit, so that also the trim panel that comes over this will fit over it, so it'll hide just right inside of it. And then the power wire runs under the door channel as well, and then under the carpet and over here. So I'll clean this up and make sure none of the wires are hanging out, and this will mount under the second row seat, so none of it's in the way. It'll be covered, no one will know it's there, no one will be able to get their feet to it. As far as the power wire coming in, ran it through, there's a boot up there through the firewall. It's got a little rubber boot for the wire terminals to come through. So just cut a hole in it. That took me a while to get done without actually destroying the wires on the other side of it. So just be careful, because you can end up cutting your dash wires that run your vehicle. 8-gauge wire, and then just got a new adapter to run to the power wire. So that's there as well. All in all, the new system sounds really good. It's got a pretty throaty, bassy sound. I haven't buttoned this back up just to show. Kind of looks crazy, and this will all tuck back inside there. If I turned it on and let you hear it, you wouldn't be able to hear it through the computer speakers very well anyway, so I'm not going to do that. So I added a remote turn-off switch. So this is just the remote wire to the amplifier, so that if we want to just shut the sub off, we just click the button, turn it off, kills the remote switch to the amp, and turn it back on. So I'll put that into the center console that sits on the floor. I already pre-drilled a hole for it to mount into right there, so I took that apart, and then I'll just pop that through here, and it'll be hidden and just be nice and flush. So just some tips on this particular vehicle. Came across some problems with it and wanted to share my information I learned. Thanks.